Hunter,
Hey, Judge.
How are
I
you?
have a plea for Kendra Simmons.
okay, good morning, Mr. Simmons. Mr. Simmons, you're charged with theft, right? Just one theft case?
Yes, he has a felony case, Judge. He was on deferred on.
Are you guys connected to this case in back? Are you here for Mr. Simmons? I'm gonna look back there real quick. They're here for you. Of course.
May this day, Your Honor.
This is not a good thing, Mr. Simmons. You know, you're on probation for a very, very serious case, and now you've picked up a theft case. When you're on probation, especially for a robbery, you got to behave yourself. You know, when you pick up cases like this, what happens? You end up in orange, and then what happens?
CDC.
Right? Is it worked out upstairs yet?
Yes, so they included YMAC as a part of the. And they
Wonderful.
The only conditions of this deferred is YMAC. So it's a year deferred with YMAC as a condition. So they're going to set this.
Hey, you know what that is?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Young man about change.
Great. Change it, because I'm going to tell you now. You're facing a second-degree felony. When people get revoked on second degrees, usually the offers start at 10 plus in prison. It's not this 2 years, 3 years. No, when you get revoked on a robbery, it starts in the double digits. You've now been given a very, very humongous gift. They're not going to do this again. You understand? So whoever you're hanging out with, whatever you're doing, do the opposite, because what you're doing now, it's not working. You're lucky. Take this chance to do something right in your life, because it's not going to happen many times. Looks like you've got a loving family here that's for you, man. It's needs to stay with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take care of him, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what are we doing here?
Just 1 year deferred with YMAC.
Okay. I'm down with that as well. Where was the theft from? Walmart?
It was a store. It was close from a store. Just needs. It was like $130 of clothes backpack.
What you need to understand, that the type of probation that you're entering into, it's called, what is it?
Dollar General.
It's a damn Dollar General? Man, everything there is $1. Come on. You need to understand that when you get on the deferred, you give up nearly every right known to man, authorizing any judge that you get into this deferred with, that when you revoke it, if you get revoked, you allow the judge to give you the full range of punishment. In that case upstairs, if you get revoked on the deferred, they can put you in jail up to 20 years in prison. Throw away the key, and there's no one anybody can do. You understand? Here with me, you're facing up to 180 days in jail, up to 6 months in jail. All I want are two things. Well, actually, I'm going to do three things. No drugs, no alcohol, and I want them tested like crazy. No going back to any Dollar General, and YMAC is a condition as well. You give up. Let me ask you this. Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
That's what we're also going to work on now. You need to graduate from high school. At the minimum, get your high school diploma, because when you don't have that, you will make nothing in this life. Life is a journey. It can be a great journey, or it can be a rotten, miserable, where you have no money, begging on the street just to be able to get something to eat. If you don't have an education, you go nowhere in life. That's what you need to do. And I'm going to keep you with me at a minimum until you get your high school diploma. And if I have to continue to revoke you and put you in to show you that we mean business, I will do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand, Mr. Simmons? Your first and foremost obligation with me is to get a high school diploma. And I'm going to bring you back until it happens. So that's number one on the top of the list. All right. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Like I said, if you violate this agreement, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. We are only going to talk about if you violated this probation. And if you did, you're looking at 180 days. And I'm going to tell you now, I can extend you for up to 3 years, and I will do it until you get your high school diploma. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No weapons as well. All right. How do you plead to the offense of theft? I'm not going to find you guilty. I will withhold that. I will make you a deal. The minute you get your high school diploma, I'll take you off as a reward. If you do well, you get your high school diploma or GED, I'll take you off. If you do well, I'll reward you. The best reward is to get off early. All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to waive all your fines and fees so you won't be responsible for anything. Good luck. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Shatori. Sorry, but I mean, just.
Hola, buenos días, ¿qué tal? Me llamo Luis, el intérprete. Mucho gusto.
Nice to see you.
Solo mire el juez
Nice to see
y le contesta nada más en
Last person on the
español.
very back docket.
Mírenlo ahí, por favor.
Zeram Mateo.
Mateo, eso es.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri, you're not Mateo. El teléfono le está hablando al juez, ¿cómo le parece?
All right, Mr. Zeram Mateo,
Siri, Mateo,
you were charged with criminal trespass.
domicilio.
Order in the court,
Entrada sin permiso.
Come to my attention that you have now picked up 2 felony
Ya ha
offenses.
tenido 2 ofensas por delito mayor. Mire el juez, hermano.
So what happened in those cases?
Trespass or in
No, in the felony cases.
felonies, so he's charged with fraudulent use of ID, so it says the officer dispatched to a Wheeler Transit Center and he observed the complainant holding the defendant on the ground. He had a verbal exchange with the complainant and then spat in the complainant's face, and once the defendant was searched,
Wait. He spat in the complainant's face?
Yes, Your Honor. And then once the defendant was searched, entered into arrest, they found a bank card belonging to another complainant.
Pertenecía a otro querellante.
And in regard to the
Y con
harassment of a
respecto al
public servant case,
caso de acoso
Get
al
upset
servidor
getting
público.
arrested?
yes, Your Honor.
Sí, señoría, no escuché lo que dijo la juez.
Let me see how that one
Vamos a
split
ver
as.
cómo se declara. Sí, mire, pues.
Oh, is there an ice holder?
Hay orden de detención de inmigración.
Currently, I don't see an ICE hold.
Actualmente no veo orden de detención de inmigración.
Last page on the document. We gave you a PR
Le
bond,
dimos una fianza
Zeram Mateo.
personal, señor Sirio.
The only thing I asked you
Una cosa que yo le
is don't get in trouble.
no se metan
You've
problemas,
now picked up 2 felony cases.
casos por delito mayor.
As a result, I'm now going to revoke your bond and I'm going to raise it to 5,002. If you are able to bond out, you must appear here the next day.
El siguiente día, mire, pues, la cara del
Looks like your
juez.
bonds up in the felony courts are set around 15,000. You guys show an immigration detainer? You do not? Okay. So far, there's no immigration detainer and I don't know. Ernesto, the felonies are set for 11/14. You want to set them for after? Or closer to? What would you like?
I can do the 15th, Judge.
Yo puedo ser el 15,
Yeah, it's up to whatever you'd like. 11/15 would be,
19 del mes.
it's a Friday, so,
Yeah, the 19th, fine.
okay. All right, so you know that's what's expected of you, Mr. Zeram. If you bond out, you must appear here the next day
Al siguiente día,
so we can give you bond conditions.
para poder darle sus condiciones de fianza.
Pero
Okay.
mi hermano,
Solo mire,
Oh,
pues.
Your Honor.
Mi
As
hermano
it's
va a
pledged,
pagar
so
eso, sí,
the
sí.
complainant that he spit in the face of
Was
is
that-
the public servant, yes, and then the complainant of the fraud
La
case is the
querellante
one
del
that
caso
owned
del
the card that
fraude
was
es el
found
dueño
on
de
the
la
defendant.
tarjeta que se le encontró en posesión del acusado. Señor, le voy a pedir por última vez, solo mire el juez.
Esa tarjeta la encontré nomás en el
Ok,
suelo.
muy bien. Lo dice con el oficial.
Síguelo.
One says public,